Hello, beautiful friends. Welcome back to our cottage ways. It's a beautiful, sunny, cold day here in Tennessee. I want to invite you along as I set my Christmas table. I would love to share some secrets and tips with you that have helped me over the years, and I hope they'll help you too. I've cleared the Thanksgiving table, and I'm rolling out wrapping paper. Yes, you heard me right. This is a good quality wrapping paper. I don't think I paid a lot for it. I think I got it at Hobby Lobby last season. And I love to select a wrapping paper that I will wrap all my gifts in and that I can also decorate with. You want to select a wrapping paper that's thick and sturdy so that it will hold up to just about anything. I love filling containers with pine cones. They just add such a warmth and cozy to your Christmas decor. I think the biggest secret and trick is layering. Layers and layers using some new elements, some natural elements like the pine cones here, some vintage to give it the feel of history, that it's been worn and used for years and years. What do you have laying around that you could use in your holiday decor this year? There's something very cozy about mixing all of those elements. They just add such a warmth to your space. I love the pop of the plaid this year and the red. There's just something about red at Christmas. I love to hunt thrift stores and antique stores for old brass. This one I'm filling with more pine cones, and I'll probably place some ornaments in it as well for another area of the room. You see how beautiful these pine cones look? You can grab a bag of pine cones from just about anywhere. You can fill up bowls, any kind of vase or planters that you have, and just fill them up. And it's even fun to put little fairy lights in as well. Now, I clipped some greenery out in the yard a little bit ago, so I've got some fresh cut cedar. Leaves with berries were just really pretty, and I thought they kind of added to the look I'm going for. I am not jumping on the trend of Ralph Lauren necessarily, but I am kind of glad that it's in this year because I already have things that I'll be able to use and I enjoy them and I love adding a little bit of color. I'm a firm believer in using what you have, but it is kind of fun to pick up new things once in a while. So last year when I had the thought to decorate for Christmas with something I really love, all things England, you'll see that coming up. Next, I'm adding some fresh fruits. Now, I bought these bag of mandarin oranges back for Thanksgiving, was making my cranberry sauce, and I usually add the juice of the mandarins in. And I'm cutting up some pomegranates, some fresh pomegranates, and these should last. They will dry out, but they should last a good while. And if you do have to trade out the mandarins throughout the season, that's okay. They're not expensive. Tuck these in around the pine cones, just kind of filling in any gaps. And these are actually some orange slices that I dried last season or the season before. And so you can definitely keep using things over and over again. The pine cones were from previous seasons that I just bag up in storage. And so these are kind of fun too because they last and they're pretty. If you want to dry your own, they're actually really easy, and I'll include a recipe for drying the oranges here at the end of this video. I'm just going to snip some smaller pieces to kind of tuck in throughout and just to fill in any little holes. There's really no rhyme or reason to this, it's just filling in the gaps. And I like to let things kind of hang over the sides. This is holiday spray that has the red berries in it that I also just had in my Christmas stash. You probably have similar things like this as well. So I'll tell you about last Christmas when I was kind of dreading opening my tubs of Christmas decor. I had to really ask myself, does this stuff mean anything to me? I'm thinking, I just don't know if I'm into all that anymore. And I started asking myself, what do I absolutely love? Like, what am I passionate about? when I answered it, I thought, that's it. I love everything English cottage. I had so much fun last season going hunting for treasures in my local antique stores and thrift stores just to see what looked English cottage to me, and it was really a lot of fun and I love it so much. Now, I posted quite a few dinners. I've had these chargers. I think I got them for Valentine's because I was hosting a large group. I normally would not use red chargers. I'm all about black or natural, but this just looks extra special. So we're going to use the red chargers today with some clear plates laid over the top of those just to give another layer. And then we'll add our collected vintage green plateware. And this is what I mean by layers. So we've started with the charger, then I've got the clear plate. That's for practical reasons too, because if you're hosting a big dinner or a brunch, it'll give you more than one plate. And then I've added some vintage green glassware as well. It just ties the whole color scheme in. Nothing matches perfectly, it just all coordinates. And that is the cottage vibe. That is what I'm going for. Even these spring and summer cabbage plates look amazing with the plaid and the check and all the vintage things. I ordered off of Amazon some red tartan napkins to coordinate with my color scheme this year. I'm using a really pretty silk ribbon. It's kind of frayed in a totally different shade of green, but it works. To tie those closed and to just lay them on the plates there. This ribbon is something you can find in your craft stores or specialty stores, and I'm pretty sure Amazon has it as well. So I'm just taking the napkin, I'm not unfolding the whole thing, but I'm gathering it at the point, and then I'm just tying a bow, a pretty bow. And it's almost complete. We'll still need to get some silverware on the table, but you get an idea of what it looks like once it's all put together. I like to pre-light my candles so that they have the burnt tips to them and they don't look brand new sitting on the table. Also, I just want to be really transparent that everything about this is super messy all around it. You have to have a little messy before you can have the beautiful. And I think that's with anything in life, but look around. There's tubs, there's a Swiffer sweeper, there's stuff all over the counters. I mean, it is not perfection, but we can find the beauty in it. Friends, I want to thank you for joining me today and helping me set the table. And lastly, share this with you. Christmas is the season where my heart slows down long enough to remember what matters most. At the center of it all is the birth of Jesus, God's promise wrapped in swaddling cloth, hope entering the world in the quietest way. I celebrate Christmas first because of Him. Because His arrival changed everything for all of us. But I also cherish everything the season brings. The glow of lights, the smell of baking, the joy of giving, the laughter of family crowding around the table, the comfort of traditions we've held for generations. All of it becomes sweeter because of the reason behind it, Christ's love. The beauty of Christmas isn't found in choosing one or the other. It's found in holding both the sacred and the seasonal together.